So we are at On the Hook fish and chips truck, hanging out in Durango right now. It's gonna be a little bit of a line, but it's worth it. All right, guys. So I don't know if you guys are into fish and chips or not. I am a big fan of fish and chips. And when I was in Durango the last time, we saw this food truck out here. They come to the office depot here and this little place up in Bodo, and they get here like 11 o'clock in the morning and they're there till 7 o'clock at night, and they're slinging fish and chips all day. There's a good view right there. See? Hey, look, by the way. Look who's here. All right, so now I am sitting in one of my favorite spots to sit, next to one of my favorite people to sit next to. And look at this. Oh la la. I'm telling you, this stuff is the bomb. All right, I'm gonna eat. Talk to you later. All right, guys, I just figured I'd show you this quick. This is in another video I did a couple years ago, but this is the Emma Sweeney, and this is a movie train. And the coolest thing about it is it's made out of wood. The whole thing is wooden. How cool is that, huh? And this was in some movies, I believe. Yeah, and then this was in right here. This is in Robert Redford and Paul Newman when they were in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. That's the Emma Sweeney right there. How cool is that, huh? I love trains. In memory of Stobe the Hobo. What's going on, guys? Greetings from the San Juan Mountains. I got a new co-pilot, or I mean pilot, I guess, with me right now. She's the new pilot, which is cruising around at our new digs. Okay, so this is our campground. I'm not going to tell you the name of it, but it isn't all that hard to figure out. But I really enjoy this place. It's nice, and it's quiet, and it's at the perfect elevation. So I'm looking forward to this. All right, guys, so check this out. I haven't seen one of these since I was in Pennsylvania from my parents' place. But look what we got here. Boom. Got a spring coming right out the side of the mountain. Look at that. You just walk up there, fill that up, and you got your water. Water. Your water.
It's from Pennsylvania. It's water.
Water. Bam. Biggity.
Nice.
What do you think? You got some there.
This water's for me.
It's for you. Hey, it's your water right there. How about that?
I'll share.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And believe it or not, we're working today. See if you guys can catch it. It's snowing right now. Just a little bit. There you go. You see a couple snowflakes there? How cool is that? Life's a garden. Dig it. All right. So I'm out of this one. And what we're doing now is we're just putting a chlorinating system in. So we got to fill this tank up, and that's going to be our treatment tank. That'll treat the system. We got a pressure tank and a backup pump and switchboard controls and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, this is my office pretty much. This is what I'm working on the next month or so. I think I got 4 down. I think there's a total of 14 altogether, so I got 10 more to go, because 4 of the campgrounds or 5 of the campgrounds don't have water, or they just have hand pumps. All right. That, everybody. Check this thing out, man. I just stopped to get a little bit of fuel on my way up to the campground and saw this beautiful Bronco, 1975. And he said this is mostly original paint on this thing. You just don't see them this nice. And he even said this, it's got 2 gas tanks on it. 1975 was the first year for that.
This thing, Denver Bronco edition.
The Denver Bronco edition.
So the blue should have blue rims.
Okay.
But I changed it a little bit.
And that's a legit thing. Was it Denver Broncos edition for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've seen some pretty gnarly things like the Levi's edition of some AMC vehicles over the years, but never seen a pro football team edition of something. That's pretty cool.
They were supposed to go to Strop Racing, who made Baja Broncos, and they went out of business. They had to order these already painted up, and they didn't know what to do with them, so they went ahead and decided to ship them all to Denver.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And I just caught this awesome thing. We're going to close on this. Hey, what was your name, sir, if you don't mind?
I'm Dave.
Dave, thank you so much for letting me see your awesome Bronco. And if you thought Dave was cool just because of the Bronco, he's even cooler, because check it out. He's ahead, too. Oh, yeah. That sounds good, too, buddy. Woo! Yeah. All right, guys. So now I am back at a campground called Chris Park, which is, I don't know, it's halfway between Durango and Silverton, probably closer to Durango. But we were up here yesterday and got the system fired up. So I'm going to show you what I walk into on day 2. First thing we do is we go to the tank and make sure that the tank is full. If the tank's full, that's step 1. So let's see what the tank looks like. And tank is full. Success. All right. All right, chlorinator is not running. That's awesome. And we're putting a gallon in there every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds. This job isn't bad, man. It's not bad, but I haven't really talked much about it. I was supposed to have somebody train me, and I've probably said this a couple times now, but that person didn't show up. Now, they had some family emergency, and I understand that. All right, let's go down to the campground, and hopefully we find good things. I do like my truck, though. I like my Hemi. If we can only fit a Hemi inside the war wagon. Hey, guys, and speaking of the war wagon, it is official. The transmission in the war wagon is toast. As far as I can tell, a front seal went. It overheated, puked out a bunch of transmission fluid, got hot, and I don't know. But the good news is, one of my subscribers found me a transmission in Farmington, New Mexico for a pretty decent price with a 90-day warranty, and another place to put it in for an affordable price. So that is on the books. Not exactly sure how we're going to get down there or when we're going to get down there, but they are pulling that transmission out now, and a couple weeks or a month or whenever I can get it down, get the war wagon down there, and probably have it down there for a couple days. They can take care of it, and then we should be good to go again transmission wise. It's not an overdrive transmission. It's a torque flight, but we need it. Like, I can move this thing, but getting it to 40 miles into Farmington is going to be tough enough. So that's the status of the war wagon right now. It's just a rough time right now. There's a lot going on. Honestly, I'm not real happy with this job. They talked about training me and having tools for me and all this stuff and everything. Basically, everything they said that I would have, I don't have, except for the campsite. So I'm not real keen on this place. But I got to put a transmission in a war wagon, so we'll figure this out. I'm not sure. I can tell you that I'm getting disheartened, more and more disheartened from about this place every day, and the management sucks. I mean, there's a guy, Charlie, that works for this company that is just a fucking waste of space. He's your typical 450-pound, morbidly obese paper pusher who probably had a rich daddy and thinks because his daddy had a lot of money, he knows what's going on in the world. But whatever. Hopefully the guy will have a heart attack or some shit like that, because he's just a fucking waste of space. Look where we are. We're at the Wally of Worlds. And I'm just getting some veggies and stuff. What's going on, guys? Just got back from taking a shower and doing some laundry. I decided to save a couple bucks. So I'm like the wishy-washy washer dude. I got all my gear hanging out on a makeshift clothesline. Got like my shirts and stuff hanging over there. Got my socks in my drawers over there. Kathy's back over there making all that noise. And yeah, by the way, we still got green Vintage Vanlifes on the Sticker Mule store. If you guys are interested, I'll leave a link in the description. We got all different colored shirts too. Plus, we got this one. Pretty cool, huh? Good morning, guys. How's it going? It is Sunday at about 6:45 in the morning. It's raining and it says it's 35. So what I'm going to do today is get up and make some breakfast and some coffee, and about 8 o'clock I'm going to go out and start working on golf carts. It's going to be kind of a day, but it is what it is. At least I'm not going out in the woods, running around in the rain trying to find faucets and hydrants. So yeah, we're going to work on some golf carts today, and I got a little bit of extra time, and so really I only got to work 7 hours today. All right, let's go get this thing started. Look at that, yeah. You guys see out there, we got a rainy, wintry mix. And I have a feeling it's going to change to all snow very shortly. Today's going to suck. All right, and now we're working on this golf cart. Can't quite figure out what's going on with it. Some kind of a wiring problem. Wiring problems and plumbing without diagrams. My two favorite things to not do. Hate wiring. Freaking hate it. Let's see if I can get this thing to kick over, jump in a relay. Don't try this at home, kids. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's not the right way, but it got it fired up. We messed with that golf cart and got as far as we could for today, waiting for some parts. So now we went out to Vallecito Lake to some other campgrounds that we got to open the water up on. It's cold. It snowed out here, like probably only 500 feet higher than we are right now. There's a pretty good blanket of snow. When the clouds lift, I'll show you guys that. But I got my buddy Johnny riding with me today. He's out there opening up the gate. I don't know if he wants to be on camera. We're going to go to a place right now called Pine Point. I do hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I know this is way different than my typical stuff, but this is a way different summer than my typical summer. So you guys are going to see what campground hosting and maintenance and all that stuff is like. There they are. You see them? All right, guys. Well, I think we've officially said we're done for today. This is stupid now. All right, guys. So I figured I would show you this. This is Vallecito Lake from the southeast corner, right by the dam. Everybody seems to tell me that this lake is as full as it's ever been. It's beautiful. It's nice to see a body of water at capacity. Got some snow up on the hill this morning. So that's pretty. And we tried to go over to the Vallecito campground, but a tree fell across the road and it was just ugly weather and I didn't feel like going out and filming it. Tree, dude. Look at that, man. It's basically all the way exposed. Huh. What's going on, guys? Good morning from Durango. Just thought I would show you I am back down at the BMX track because this morning I quit my job. I'll make you guys a whole video about it. Right now it's pretty fresh and I'm pretty pissed off about it. I tried to talk about it a couple times and I just get really fired up and start yelling at the camera. But yeah, I'm not doing the campground host this summer because, well, like I said, I'll make you guys a whole video about that. For everybody who was looking forward to that, I'll go over it on the next video, why I quit and what I'm going to do for the rest of the summer. Me and the War Wagon have to go get a transmission put in Farmington, New Mexico, and that's going to be our next adventure. We got to get down there. The transmission is already being pulled out of the vehicle it's in, and they're going to ship the transmission to the shop, and I have to get the War Wagon to a shop on Monday, and they say they can do it in a day. I'll believe it when I see it, but if they can do a transmission in a day, that'd be amazing. So that is the next things, but keep your eyes looking for the next video so I can explain to you what happened. And we're going to have some rapid fire videos, regular old van life videos coming at you, day-to-day living. Probably not the 20-minute versions, probably more the 8 to 12-minute versions for a little while till we kind of regroup and figure out what the hell we're going to do. Yeah. It's a real hard thing to make me want to not be in Durango in the San Juan Mountains, and this company did it in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. I wanted to leave a week ago, honestly, and I was just trying to hold out. But that is going to do it for this one. We will see you on the